Well, hello world and welcome to Real Cooking at Home. Tonight is the last night of a 2-day off stint for me. And yesterday we made a wonderful shepherd's pie. Check that video out on Real Cooking at Home. So we had that for supper tonight. But for the next couple of days it's going to be really busy. We're going to be really going and going and going. It's going to be long days. And the weather's cooling off. So today I said I'm going to make a wonderful sausage and chicken gumbo. So that's what we're doing today. So let's talk you through what we're going to need to do this. Now, to start off, I went ahead and roasted my chicken in the oven, 350 degrees, olive oil, salt, and pepper. And while the gumbo gets going, I'll rip that off the bone. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to brown down 2 pounds of sausage. This is a smoked sausage and an andouille sausage. Along with that, I'm going to need a half a cup of oil, a half cup of all-purpose flour, 1 to 2 cans of tomatoes. We'll figure that out in a minute. Some crushed red pepper flake, some thyme that I have in this little bowl, some bay leaves, chicken stock. Here's some onions, celery, and bell pepper. This is bell pepper from the garden that I had in the freezer. Salt and pepper. And that's what's going to make this gumbo so fantastic, so warming. We'll pour it over some rice. Here, my babies. So to start this off, I'm going to preheat this big Dutch oven to start my roux. Now your roux is something that you cannot rush. It's going to take 30 to 45 minutes no matter what you do. Your roux takes a long time. And all the roux is 1/2 cup of oil, like that, and 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour. Now for the next half hour to 45 minutes, I'm going to cut that down just a little bit. I'm going to be right here at my roux, and I'm not going to leave. You cannot be distracted while you're doing this roux. Come on back and I'll show you what your roux is going to look like once it gets to the perfect stage. Okay, now our roux is just about done. Come over here and I'll show you what the color looks like. Now that is somewhere a little bit darker than a milk chocolate. It smells gorgeous. Now listen, there's a fine line between your roux being perfect and being burnt. Just a really thin line. And I'm just pushing it. So our roux is done. I'm going to go ahead and add my vegetables to the roux. Just like that. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my heat to about medium. I was doing my roux on about medium-low, but I'm going to turn my heat to about medium, and I'm going to saute these vegetables down for anywhere from 5 to 8 minutes till they just start getting soft, and then I'm going to add in my chicken stock. But right now, I'm going to add in 1 teaspoon of thyme and about 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper flake. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put in just a little bit of salt, about 1/2 teaspoon, and a little sprinkly dink of black pepper. And now I'm going to saute these down until the vegetables are just beginning to get tender. Alright, now this is what your vegetables should look like. They're just beginning to soften up, and it smells really, really good in here. Now, I'm going to add my liquid stuff, my chicken stock. Now, I'm going to start off with 4 cups of chicken stock. This is homemade chicken stock, really, really rich. If you're using like a canned broth stock, go ahead and put in 6 cups, because I'm also going to add in 2 cups of water to that as well. I'm going to throw in my tomatoes. These are diced tomatoes. I'm going to throw in my bay leaves, which are right here. Now these are very small bay leaves, y'all, so I'm just using 4 or 5. Toss them in just like that. Bring this up to a boil. Reduce it down to a simmer. Alright, now our gumbo has come up to a boil. I have got all the chicken off my bones. It's going to sit there and wait for a while. But I'm going to put my sausage into my gumbo at this point. Like that. And then I'm going to take and put in about a tablespoon and a half of Worcestershire sauce. secret ingredient, Worcestershire sauce. Now, I'm going to let this come back up to a boil. I'm going to reduce it to a simmer while that sausage is in it. And I'm going to let it simmer for 30 to 45 minutes. Alright, now our gumbo has cooked for 45 minutes on low. And I just tasted it for seasoning. Had to add about a half teaspoon of salt. Now that's just for my taste preference. So taste it for seasoning. If you think it needs a little more salt, add a little. If not, that's fine. Right now I'm going to toss in a 12-ounce bag of frozen cut okra. If this was in summertime and I had access to fresh okra, I would use that, but I don't. So I'm just tossing in the flash frozen okra. And now I'm tossing in our chicken. This is the chicken that we pulled off, that roasted chicken. And now, a lot of you are probably going to say, well, why not just cook the chicken in the gumbo to begin with? Chicken breast and white meat, for me, has a tendency to get dry. And I really don't like dry chicken. So I would prefer to roast my chicken in the oven. It gives a great flavor to the meat itself. Then just toss it in the gumbo at the end, the last 30 minutes of cooking time, and you've got wonderfully juicy chicken, great flavored gumbo, and this is going to be so thick and so hearty, y'all. In about 30 minutes, we'll come back and we're going to give this gumbo a taste. And finally, our gumbo is ready. I can't wait to give this a taste. I made some rice. So our rice, our gumbo, I want to make sure to get a piece of chicken. Everything. This is going to be so hot, but oh, I have a good feeling. They know it's good too. Oh, y'all, this is so fantastic. The roux, if you don't get your roux right, your gumbo just won't be the same. So take some time on your roux. This is awesome. So until next time, it's getting cooler outside. Get in the kitchen and make this gumbo. Keep cooking, y'all. Bye.